There we go. KO, what's up? Welcome back, man. Yeah, it turns out if you don't do a thumbnail and you don't title it, the views seem to be a lot better. Zint, welcome back. Delta, what's up? Welcome back. Well, chat went dead. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. It seems like it is. Yeah, it looks like it's working, KO. No, whenever I name the live, the numbers do way worse. The numbers are way worse whenever I name it. JP, we go for an hour, then we check the edge. Then we go for an hour, then we check the edge. Yeah, it's weird, KO. I thought naming them would help them do better, but it doesn't. Yeah, Zent, we got the emotional support stuff. Yeah, give it a shot, KO. Like, we've gone from 7 viewers to 34. It's like I've seen your streams happening whenever I'm getting ready for work or something like that. And there might be like 4 to 7 viewers when I see it. Try not naming them. Solid Tank, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, we're expecting at least 4 hours out of this. Alessandro Chiappino, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, that auto clicker's cool, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, when you go to bed, just leave your phone open and leave the auto clicker going. Where did you... I don't know. We got to talk about this and see where you got the auto clicker or how that works, because I definitely am interested. Nah, passive heat doesn't really... to be fair, like, I don't have a problem with that, and I sit there and stay on YouTube when I'm not here. Lazy Hollow, what's up? The Cali Man. The flake of obsidian needed to be that sharp would get snapped almost instantly doing this. Yeah, that's really cool, KO. Like, that is really cool. Yeah, I'll look that up, KO, because whenever I drop by your streams, I can do that. So, like, is it an app you download or what? Hang on, we're doing the auto clicker real quick. So then I just open it up and it takes care of the rest for me. Yeah, hang on, hang on. Yeah, I'm setting it up right now. You know what? I don't want this. I don't want full acceptability on this. Redneck Shooting Range, what's up? How you doing? I'm not sure I want to give that full accessibility. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It just scares me with that asking for full accessibility that it's going to be malware. Well, we've gone from like 7 viewers to up over 20. Yeah, I don't have VPN money right now, and free VPNs are going to be getting real sketchy. But yeah, KO, we'll talk later about it. Yeah, if I'm doing Arthur, what's up? How you doing? If I'm doing a VPN, I'm just going all the way in on it. Yes, Lazy Hollow, you said hi when you came in. Iceman Official 25, what's up? How you doing? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Hopefully you're doing good too. It looks like you are. Gotcha, Arthur. Yeah, it's evening where you are. Jacob Christensen, what's up? How you doing? I don't know enough. Nah, you're good, KO. I appreciate you, man. Lucas Barner, what's up? How you doing, man? We're doing edge retention testing, and I don't know enough about concealed carry firearms to really help you on that a whole lot. My firearm is not concealed carry friendly. It is just way too fucking big. The only time I felt the need to conceal it, I got one of those old yeah, I don't get the SIG P320, but you know the old school FBI under the shoulder holster? And even then it was so damn bulky that I knew it was there the whole time. Lazy Hollow. It's the same piece of cardboard. I just glue it back together real quick and then cut it up again. You know, it's all about conserving materials. But no, when I was a kid, I was like, you know, why do we have to count 1 through 12 twice? Why can't we just go with 13 o'clock? And then I found out people do, and it's like, you know what? I don't like it. Lucas, go to the NAFS website, KNAFS. This is the Lander 2. Breakbones, what's up? How you doing, man? No, Breakbones, we're doing edge retention testing. We're looking to see how much cardboard this thing can cut up before the edge is completely fucked. This is something that we do once a week unless something happens, and it's part of the review process for a knife. So there will be a follow-up review video once this is done for this knife in particular. Yeah, this knife's really good. This is a really, really good knife. Yeah, it's just I want to hang out with you guys while I do it. I've tried to do this without live streaming it, and my God, sitting here in silence doing this sucks. So hard. Red Velvet, what's up? How you doing? Oh, I haven't touched Fortnite in a while now. Oh, yeah, Lucas. Blade locks. Yeah, she locks up. Breakbones, I wouldn't be surprised. It's not really anything more than a piece of plywood glued or screwed down to the base of a turkey fryer. Oh, I've seen the reusable toilet paper, and I just can't. I just cannot. You know, my sensibilities might be a little bit too delicate for reusable toilet paper, but hell no. Hell to the nah. Well, have you tried don't having eczema? Like, just try don't having it. Oh, hell to the nah. Hell to the no, 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 no. Oh, hell no. God, reusable toilet paper. Sorry, I'm kind of lost thinking about that. So in about 5 minutes here, we're going to check and see where the edge is. HeatSeek VR, what's up? How you doing? Oh, trust me, a garden hose would be nice. Like, that's one thing that we don't have in America is water to do that with. But I keep thinking about it, and it's like, I don't know how those things work enough to be like, yes, I'd be comfortable with it right away, or I'd get it right early enough that I wouldn't suffer. Lazy Hollow, it's just chatting. Like, the more you chat, like, it's just first, second, and third. So the more you chat, the higher you climb. Like, you've been chatting a lot, so you got second place. 3or, what's going on? We are doing edge retention testing. Kukosi, what's up? How you doing? Annabelle Pin, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, Lazy Hollow, somebody's been chatting more than you and you haven't caught up with them yet, and I'm not sure who. Then again, 3R. HeatSeek VR, we are on the NAFS Lander 2, and no, I wish I could make something like this, but no. Then again, I'm not sure what the hell the experience points system works like, because 3or just got here and already number 1. Kukosi, I wish I could read that. Unfortunately, the only, oh shit, Lazy Hollow, you just dropped again? But, yeah, the only thing I can read is English. I can almost read German, like, almost. Yeah, and YouTube needs to have an auto-translate. 3or, I don't know how many sheets I've gone through. I can't count these things while I'm talking to you guys. It's been a good few, though. All right, we're about to test this edge and see how sharp it is now and how much it's worn. But I got to clean the tape gunk off first. Thank you for translating that. I appreciate that. Okay, I've marked out where we hit that big snag. So now, the cut's not that clean. It looks cleaner than it actually is. That's a clean cut with an actually sharp knife, one that I sharpened. It was kind of tearing through, kind of not. The edge has got some wear and tear on it. All right. I'm expecting 300s. $4.45. Oof. So we are doing edge retention testing. I haven't had a knife chip yet. Not yet. But we're doing edge retention testing. We're looking to see how much cardboard we can cut up before the edge is wrecked. That 4.45 is not good. That is not good, you guys. And we're going to give my hand a couple minutes to... Well, no, like 3OR I think is new. No, Lucas, I do not get paid by companies. This is just a review channel. This is part of the review process. So we're going to give it about 5 minutes here for my hand to rest, and then we're going to get started back up. Yeah, it's just like YouTube should auto-translate stuff coming in for me so I don't have to ask somebody to translate it if they're not native English speakers. All right, get a couple more boxes set up to catch the empty, or to catch the shredded cardboard. Yeah, like I don't know how 3OR hit number 1. I don't understand. I'll do reviews on flashlights whenever somebody sends me one for free. I will do reviews on multi-tools. I also do reviews on multi-tools once in a while, depending on when I get one in. I've got the Roxxon Phantom right now that I've got to do my review video on soon. I've been carrying that for a few weeks and using it, so it's time to Heatseek VR. Oof. Yeah, you got to be real specific with what you're buying from Amazon. But yeah, so multi-tools, knives, and flashlights occasionally. Like I've got a flashlight that came in yesterday that the company sent it for free. Silver and Black Entertainment, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, reviews can be fun, but I tell you right now, when you're not feeling it and you're not in the mood for it and you still have to go do a video, my God, it is so much effort. Like an 8-minute video when you don't feel like it takes so damn much effort. Three or the workers are revolting. Yeah, I know. But are they, what the hell was that joke? The workers are revolting. I know, but what are they doing out in the streets? Being a YouTuber is fun. It can be fun. That being said, again, when you don't feel like it, when you're not in the mood, and you still have to go do videos to support the channel, oh, it is so rough. Yeah, thankfully, like, let me get the box. Let me get the box. That is all knives that I have yet to review. And this one. Like, this is all knives that I have yet to review. I don't know how many it is at this point. But I review a different knife every week. But yeah, I review a different knife every week, so that's going to be a lot of weeks of content right there that I am covered for. There is one from 704 Tactical in there. Yeah, like I've been looking forward to reviewing that. I appreciate the sub. Enjoy your morning routine, man. But yeah, the 704 Iceman. You probably shouldn't eat your horse. You probably shouldn't let him eat your horse. I'm just saying. But yeah, I've been looking forward to the 704 Tactical for a while. It's just like you get ready to go buy something for review because like 90% of the stuff in that thing I bought. 90% of the stuff in that bucket I bought. So like you plan on buying something when you have more money, and then something else grabs your attention, and then something else grabs your attention, and then something else grabs your attention, and you wind up not buying it for months. All right, Heatseek, we'll see you in a bit, man. All right, we about to get going again. Aw. I appreciate that, Silver and Black. Have a good work day, man. I dropped you a sub as well. Yeah, y'all want to see more product reviews, go check out Silver and Black Entertainment. I think he's asking about eating your horse and whether or not the guy called your mother-in-law a horse. I'm thinking. All right, Lucas, appreciate you dropping by, man. But yeah, anyone getting into anything interesting today? I know guys, you got to go to work. I know it's early in the morning for a lot of guys. You international guys, it's later on in the evening. Yeah, eating horses here is kind of taboo. Eating horses here is something you just don't do unless you're like really looking for some rare meat. I think that's because horse meat can contain some diseases that we don't like. We have the Food and Drug Administration. All right. The Food and Drug Administration decides for you kind of what's safe to eat, what's not safe to eat. It makes sure that certain standards for safety and cleanliness is held up. So like if you've got a dirty facility and someone comes to inspect it, you're getting shut down, or that's what's supposed to happen. And the FDA hasn't approved horse meat, and I think it's because horse meat can have some pathogens and stuff in it that we're not used to and we can't handle. And I think the other part too is people keep horses as pets here. And at least in this country, eating the kind of animals that a lot of people keep as pets is just a big no. I think we get really, really attached to the idea of them being, you know, pets. And then once we think of them as pets and they're common pets, or they're mostly kept as pets, you just can't eat them here. Yeah. No one's saying you eat horse. I'm just kind of, you know, walking you through what I'm pretty sure is the American mindset. Huh. Unruly Mancurian, what's up? How you doing? But yeah, the fair seems like a place where you would get stuff like that, even here in America. But here in America, like with ours, we'll take Oreo cookies and batter them and then deep fry them. Or we'll take a Snickers bar and we'll bread that and deep fry it. Or we'll take bacon and cover it in chocolate. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think Taco Bell at one point had their shit get wrecked because they had horse meat in their, well, Taco Bell uses the same 4 ingredients for everything, basically. Or the same handful of ingredients. The tortillas, the round, I cannot think of the word for it, but the round taco shell deals. You know, the lettuce, all that, but the meat at Taco Bell had horse in it, and whoo boy, that was a big deal. Yes, if you've never tried it, chocolate covered bacon is amazing. Chocolate covered bacon is fantastic. You know, it's just kind of like the way trail mix works with the salty and sweet mixed in there. That's how the chocolate covered bacon works. No, you probably, like, chocolate covered bacon's not common. You have to go to a fair or something like that before you find someone selling chocolate covered bacon. It just doesn't happen that often, or you have to make it yourself. Which is a shame. You know, like if I saw chocolate covered bacon in a store that I could buy, believe me, I would be stopping there once in a while. And I've had bacon deep fried too. Like it got cooked up, then it got breaded, then it got dropped in a fryer. Man, that was good. That was so good. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you drop an American anywhere except English-speaking countries, we would be unable to process the food there. And I mean, even an American going to, say, Great Britain or Scotland or something like that, we would have trouble adjusting to the food there. Shiffy, what's going on? We're going with Shiffy. No, they every once in a while, you'll find candy bars with bacon in them, and they are so damn good. But at least in my area, I'd have to order it online. And there is a lot of food in America where beer is used in cooking, and a lot of it is in the batter, like beer battered shrimp, beer battered chicken. stuff like that. You talking about a baked potato or hash browns or what? Because, like, there's a million things that are made out of potatoes and cheese here. I mean, a million. T Camel, what's up? How you doing, man? We are doing edge retention testing. We're not making anything. We're trying to find out how long the edge of this knife can last against this cardboard. And if we got to sharpen it, I hope we got to sharpen it soon. Okay, yeah, baked potatoes are good stuff. Dave James, when was the last time you were here? When was the last time you were here, Dave? All right, Kokosi, have a good day. I appreciate you dropping by. Okay, no, it's a different knife from last week, Dave. No, it's a different knife every week unless the knife does so good that I have to break it up into 2 sessions. Which this one, we're going to have to sharpen this. Yeah, we're going to put that off to the side. All right, time to sharpen. This is going to take forever. And you know what? Huh. All right. Sorry guys, I'm trying to remove the thumb studs so that I don't scratch the hell out of them while I'm doing the sharpening, but thumb studs won't come off, so forget about it. All right. So we got a nice 17-degree angle. 17 to 20 degrees is the angle that you want to go for. Personally, I prefer 17 degrees for a finer edge. Dave, this is the Work Sharp Precision Adjust Professional. Hashtag not sponsored. Get at me, Work Sharp. Yeah, Precision Adjust Professional. So this guy without the extra stones is about 250 bucks. You can buy additional stones for another 130, and for another 100 you can buy a case and a different stone holder. So you can spend upwards of $500 on it. However, they make a smaller version called the Elite, and the Elite will get it as sharp as this does. There's just not as many creature comforts. It still does great, but it's slower. I have to have apexed by now. Now, as far as a sharpener of this quality, it's about as cheap as it gets. The Worksharp Elite is 120 bucks for the one with all the stones that it comes with. Caleb, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. So I would check out either Amazon or check out Worksharp's website. Like I got mine from Amazon. I am in the US, so I'm not sure whether or not they sell them in the UK. Hummy Neil, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. Just be aware. Just be aware. Small knives, like for example, small stuff like this doesn't fit in this clamp without doing damage to the clamp, and then you're still not reaching the edge. So be aware of that. They do have an attachment for the professional that they don't have for the elite that might help you get the smaller blades like that. But this is definitely aimed at full-size pocket knives and kitchen knives. Evil Twin, what's up? How you doing, man? No, we're up early, man. Like I said, now that I'm on the opening shift and I got to be at work at 4 a.m., I can't really stay up all night doing live streams like I used to. The new schedule is different. I'm not sure if I like it more than I did closing. The pressure is different. The physical demands are different. And just like everything else, I keep adding more and more stuff that we got to do. You know how it is. Oh no, my boss is cool. It's just this is stuff coming down from corporate. And it's just more and more stuff's getting added. And it's like, do I have more manpower? No. It's only one of me. All right, we're getting close to being done sharpening, guys. At least I'm pretty sure. I don't want to go through this a second time. Yeah, well, like, the review was good, but things had gone wrong in the last couple of days, so my confidence is really shaken. No, it still ain't running, man. I gotta pay a mechanic, and I don't have the money for it. So we did 220 grit, 320, 400, 600, 800, ceramic, and now we're on 1200. Yeah, we only went about an hour, but if you remember right, all of our higher end steels just about have done that. They crapped out within the first hour and then did great afterwards. Well, currently the car won't go faster than 20 miles an hour and won't shift out of first gear. This Toyota broke. And the engine isn't throwing up any codes. There's no codes coming up on the engine. Disconnecting the battery didn't work. There's no busted fuses, so I'm kind of out of options that I know how to do anything with. It's a 2006 Toyota RAV4, and I have Googled the shit out of the potential problems and how to fix them. And I've gotten nowhere. CR, what's up? How you doing? Welcome. Ah, Ronan, come in with something original. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I need a mechanic. I need a mechanic, and I don't have the money for it. Okay, that's a little closer, Ronan. That's a little bit closer. Crystal, what's up? How you doing? Unfortunately, I cannot read that. I can read English, and that's about it. Champagne Construction, what's up? Yeah, problem is I don't have anywhere around here to drive for 5 to 10 miles at 20 miles an hour stuck in first gear. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can I can't read Australian. I've tried. Yeah, that's the thing is like I got nothing. So here's what happened. All right, the car picked up an exhaust leak where the manifold and catalytic converter meet the exhaust pipe. Tim Reed, what's up? It was still driving okay, but I go to O'Reilly Auto Parts and I buy a part that's supposed to be the right one. I take it home, I take everything apart. It's not the right part. So I throw the bad gasket back in there. I'm not sure how many miles. I don't keep track of it, honestly. But I put everything back together with the bad gasket on it, and I drive back to O'Reilly. And I would have driven another car, but the other one was broken down. So I drive to O'Reilly and I buy a part that looks like the right part, and I take it home, and it turned out it was too small. So I thought, okay, a little bit too small. Maybe I can smash it into place and it'll do fine. But I uh, I over tightened one of the bolts and it snapped off, and the other one stripped out. So I ended up having to buy a new exhaust manifold. But while I had the small gasket in there that didn't work, I take it for a drive, right? And like it had been having problems with running really rich because the exhaust gases inside the engine bay were hot enough to melt the plastic underskirt, the plastic splash guard on the bottom, and so it was already having problems. So I take it out and I drive it on the bad gasket, or the one that's too small. Very suddenly, every light on the dashboard comes on, and then it gets stuck in first gear and won't come back out. So I don't know what the hell the fix for that is. No, it's a brand new catalytic converter, man. It's brand spanking new. That's the thing. We had the catalytic converter replaced because we had to replace the exhaust manifold because I snapped bolts off in it. Ace on Knives, what's up? How you doing, man? It's been a hot minute. Zachary, come in with something original, man. No, I got it off Amazon, but before we replaced it, it was already doing that. It started doing that before we replaced it. If it started doing that after, oh, like I was watching the temp gauge and the temp gauge never went up far enough for the car to overheat. Like I said, I don't know. No, not you. Not you, CR. Somebody else came in with the heard their masturbation joke when I was sharpening. It's like, bro, if you think you thought that joke, a million people have too. Dave James, I do have a sharpness tester. We haven't reached that point yet. Right now, I'm going through my OCD stropping process. We did 9 micron. We're doing 5 micron now. I need to wipe this off. Yeah, Champagne, that's... But an O2 sensor would throw a code on the engine or throw on a check engine light. There's no check engine light. Reese, what's up? How you doing, man? Welcome. So I've checked the oil level, I've checked the transmission fluid level, all that's good. Sorry, y'all don't see what I'm doing here, but I'm stropping this thing. We're down to 1 micron. We are popping hairs out. Like, I'm trying to get this as screaming sharp as humanly possible. I don't get to the point where I'm doing the perfectionism thing often. But this is one of those areas where I really try to overdo it. Cole, what's up? How you doing? So we got 9 micron, we got 5 micron, we got 1 micron, and 0.1 micron. 0.1 is totally unnecessary. Please tell me I don't have to do that again. VNG, what's up? How you doing? We're doing edge retention testing. We are sharpening it after wearing it out for the first time. Very nice. Well, what it does is it tells us a lot about the heat treatment of the knife. Hi, Polymer Duck. What's up? How you doing? Valian, what's up? How you doing? So what this tells us is a lot about the heat treatment, a lot about the ergonomics, a lot about the geometry on it. Like, we get a lot of information out of this. Yeah, to put it simply, yes, BNG. All right, so the Batabow is 29. I'm not sure. Like, I haven't handled the Benchmade Adamas and I haven't handled any zero tolerance. I can't give you information I don't have. Like, what I do know is the 2 bug outs I have are built really well. No, 6 micron and 3 micron should be plenty. I just try to overdo it as much as I possibly can. You know, I just try to go as overkill as possible. All right, I need to put this somewhere. Let's get the edge sharpness tester out. Let's see if I got her below 140. Oh, Champagne, why are you being mean? We got S35 VN on this one. Let's see how happy I made her. All right, 152. That is good. Yeah, I was hoping for below 140, but I'll take 152. I could probably strop it again and bring the number down a little bit lower. Matter of fact, let's try that. Yeah, I like S35 VN. It holds an edge really well. Supposedly really tough. I like S35 VN. Thack Mild, what's up? How you doing? So what are you trying to do with the EDC? Like, what are you having to cut? Are you in a really rough environment? I thought the new Leatherman Arc was Magna Cut, but I could be wrong. So once you start running into rope and zip ties, you're looking at kind of beating on the edge pretty hard. I would probably go with the Cold Steel AD10. That is going to last you forever and a half. The edge retention is going to be pretty good because that's S35 VN. Like, especially if you're just going to buy one and keep it forever. Yeah, Thack. I guess there. As a matter of fact, look up Dutch Bushcraft knives on the AD10 and see what they put that thing through. Yeah, any cold steel with a triad lock on it's going to be amazing. I think the new Leatherman Arc is Magna Cut. Ground Fog, what's up? Let's see if we refine this a little bit more. We might have. Yeah, I really love my Hogue Deca and Magna Cut. Okay. Hey, 136. Got it. And thankfully, it's already at 17 degrees, so we don't have to go through reprofiling it a second time. All right, Dave, 136 is the number of grams of pressure it takes to cut through the wire on that test clip. And that 136 is a really good number. High Polymer Duck. That was my April Fool's Day video. Yeah, that was my April Fool's Day video, man. That was the I Got a Fat Pee-Pee video. Yeah, I want him to do a CRKT CEO style knife and call it the Skinny Pee-Pee. Yeah, I think I saw the Stabby Labs pencil. Trying to remember what it was like. And I almost forgot. Pizza time. I have to imagine, High Polymer Duck, that y'all don't ever want to see another Little Caesars pizza again if that's the case. Is vegan pizza even pizza at that point? Toast Truckin', what's up? How you doing? Well, no, a lot of people demanded a pizza box for the longest time, and I didn't have one. So now when I do have a pizza box, I cut it up for you guys. One time on a real special occasion, we cut up a PS5 box. Work Sharp Precision Adjust Elite. Yeah, those guys that sell PS5 boxes are the worst kind of human being. So, Sam Gudge, it's the Lander 2. And yeah. No, so people put the PS5 box on eBay and had the fact that it's a PS5 box way down at the bottom of the listing. And then sold that bitch for like 500 bucks. I don't see the PS5 getting cheap until a couple more generations down the road. Like once we hit PS7 or maybe PS8, then PS5s will start getting cheap. Yeah, I'm just glad I got mine at regular retail price. Yeah, the Switch 2, they priced that out to be absolute bullshit. Yeah, I went through Sony Direct, but the first hour it roached out. It did what all of our higher end steels do and roached out after the first hour. But we got to do a 136 when we sharpened it. Yeah, I'm not planning on going for the Switch 2, especially not when they're like, you're just buying the license to use the hardware, you don't actually own it. It's like, fuck you. I got excited for the Switch 2, and then I saw where it was going to be like $500, and I was like, maybe later on down the road. And then I'm seeing where Nintendo's like, yeah, you're just buying a license to use it. And it's like, well, it's been nice, but yeah, I don't feel like having to learn how to build a PC and go through all that mess. You know, I've been a console gamer since like 1987. So that's my happy place. Oh yeah, I did a lot of PC gaming back in the mid-90s, but I wasn't the one building the PC or keeping it running. Here lately, all I've been doing is gaming on the Switch. Like, that's been pretty much it. But yeah, I like gaming on my older consoles. It's just I haven't had a chance to sit down and do that in quite a while. The last time I did that, I cracked out the Super Nintendo and broke out Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time, which really good beat 'em up. Rainbow Loom official channel, what's up? How you doing? Rainbow Loom, we are doing edge retention testing. Weren't you here last week? Yeah, Rainbow, we're doing the same thing we did last week. All right, Toes, we'll see you later, man. Have a good one. Full Fire, what's up? How you doing, man? Yes, Rainbow Loom, you already said that. No, I do not need it. Yo, Jesus Christ, Full Fire, what the hell did you do? Stickbug, what's up? How you doing? Not Mr. Stick Bug. I think everybody needs to get stick bugged once in a while. Oh, dude. Dude. Yeah, that's not good. Ron Meeg, what's up? How you doing? We're played on loop, man. I am totally real human. Let's do skateboards together. God, full fire leg. I got my own shit going on, but man, I'm glad I don't have that going on too. Fuck. Kukosi, what's up? Mandisam Sane, what's up? How you doing? Oh, Kukosi, I think you missed sharpening on this, but that's about all you missed. no. Oh, God. Okay, you guys, I've started crop dusting myself. Oh yeah, no, should have pre-ordered the digital deluxe version of the knife. Then you could have downloaded it right away. Could have downloaded it at midnight. Yeah, see, they're playing chess and I'm playing checkers. Yeah. Ron, no, we're doing edge retention testing, my dude. Yeah, here, Musab, what's up? What was it, $5 to reserve a spot? Kakosi, yes, we are. We just sharpened it and started on a new edge. I tell you what, I'm still waiting on the Naps Lander 5 to get here. Like, I backed that one on Kickstarter, and I know Kickstarter is not done with the well, they're not done with them yet. They're still manufacturing them right now. But I'm looking forward to seeing that thing and getting my hands on it. So this is definitely not my dream job right now. I would love to do YouTube full time, but I have to hold down a regular day job that I'm falling out of love with right now just because things are getting rough there. Yeah, like I said, at some point, I'd love to be able to do YouTube. I'd love to be able to do YouTube full time, pay my bills and all that, not have to leave my house unless I want to. Kind of work for myself, but it's going to be a long time before that happens if it does. Or at least have YouTube pay like a lot of the bills, and then I can just work part-time at a day job just because I want to be busy. Like, I don't know if that's ever going to happen either. I wouldn't say it's all planned out. You know, my only plan right now is to keep grinding you know, I'm passionate about what I'm doing here. I'm passionate about knives. I'm passionate about testing them out. You know, generally speaking, I love doing videos and having stuff to upload. But other than that, there's no real plan. You know, just grind it up slow and steady. Yeah, I'm getting real close to 6K. What are we at right now? I was hoping to break the next 100, like what, 5,800? 5,700? Yeah, I think we're trying to break 5,900 right now. I don't know. I'm kind of cut out to be a bit of a hermit. Because, like, I can hang out and talk to you guys on live streams easily enough. You know, there are places I can hang out on Zoom, but I don't like leaving the house. I don't like being out there. I like being at home, inside, with my stuff, just kind of doing whatever I feel like doing for the day. Yeah, I'm a natural born hermit. You know, if I want to go hang out with friends, I can just drop what I'm doing and go. I've kind of always been like this. I've kind of been always like this. Xavier, why do you ask that? Why do people ask that? That's a stupid ass question. Xavier, believe me, it's not something I have to worry about. No, believe me, I stayed at home and did nothing for a couple of good years. I cannot tell you how much I did not want to go back to work. Yeah, like I'm close with my kids and I'm close with the wife, and that's pretty much it. I'm not close with my family. I got some friends that I'm more close to than a lot of other people, but you know, even then, I'm not that close to a lot of people. Dave, the new edge that we put on there is holding up pretty good. It's holding up pretty decent. Me, on the other hand, I'm really tired. Which we may end up cutting this a little bit short. And then come back and finish this off later, because I appreciate that, Ron. Like I said, we're on our way. Like, a lot of YouTube channels don't survive long enough to hit 5K. You know, a lot of guys give up before they hit 1K because it's such a slow grind. Ugh. Yeah, we'll probably give it about 5 minutes here, and then I'll wrap this up. That way, the day after tomorrow, I can come back and give it about 3, 4 more hours and finish this edge off, because I am still very tired and out of it. The emotional support caffeine did not do enough. Oh. Oh, and shit hurts. But anyone got anything profound? Ron, I make my own. Right now I'm working on a pineapple strawberry banana mix. It's like smashing down a handful of random gummy bears. Yeah, about the only time I go to the shop is when I need coils. Although that being said, when I need coils again, I'm gonna have to buy another tank because you can't buy TFV8 coils anywhere reputable anymore. Shops stopped carrying the Smoke brand whenever their quality control went out the window, which their quality control is not really. They used to make really high quality stuff, really good stuff. The TFE4 was great. The TFE8 back in the day was really good, especially when the coils were good. But now the coils can't handle the kind of power that they used to handle, and they even then they still scorch out really quick on a thinner juice with less power. They buy. God, I don't know why they do that. I don't know why they do that. Now, that being said, you can buy flavor concentrate and flavor it yourself if you're buying unflavored. Do they do menthol and tobacco and that's it? Is it one of those areas? Yeah, that sucks. That really fucking sucks. Like, they can do that here all they want, but I've got enough nicotine base to keep making juice for another, like, 3 years. I can keep going as long as I damn well want. All right, guys, we'll wrap this up in like 1 minute here. I'd like to get myself to the point where I can run for a full 7 or 8 hours in one sitting, but I'm not there anymore. Yeah, go to the Flavor Apprentice. That's where you want to buy your stuff. They have some good concentrates. And for a 30 milliliter bottle, you don't want more than 3 milliliters of flavoring. That's where you cut it off. So, like you do 2 vanilla bean ice cream, 1 cinnamon cookie, stuff like that. You'll have to experiment with the flavoring a little bit. But yeah, this is where I'm going to sign off, guys. Keep an eye out. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We should be back the day after tomorrow, early in the morning, to try to finish this thing off. And then maybe we'll go in the workshop and make some beads. But yeah, I'm signing out, guys. Y'all have a good one. And I will see you later. Oh, standing up hurts.